Price Target Research's Valuation Scorecard focuses on a company's potential stock price performance relative to its peer group. Three key drivers of value, growth, profitability, and risk, are analyzed. This valuation scorecard focuses on Magnolia Oil Gas Corp. Magnolia Oil Gas Corporation engages in the acquisition, development, exploration, and production of oil, natural gas, and natural gas liquids reserves in the United States. The company's properties are located primarily in South Texas, and the company is headquartered in Houston, Texas. Magnolia Oil Gas Corp is traded on the New York Stock Exchange with the ticker MGY. With a closing price on June 7, 2022 of $29.73, Magnolia has a market cap of $5.5 billion. Magnolia Oil Gas Corp peer group consists of 15 companies that have very similar investment and operating characteristics. Welcome to Price Target Research. I'm John Lafferty. Magnolia has important characteristics: high financial strength, high profitability and stability, and very low growth. Profitability is a big positive influence on Magnolia Oil & Gas's valuation, while growth is a big negative influence. Magnolia has very high valuation and above market shareholder returns. Current valuation levels are very high relative to the Magnolia peer group, and recent market returns have outperformed the peer group significantly. What is the market's view of a Magnolia Oil & Gas's future operating performance is reflected at the current price of $30 a share. Magnolia common shares will need to reach $50 to achieve average stock price performance of 9% over the next 6 years. Upper quartile performance will require a $59 Magnolia Oil & Gas stock price by 2027. Magnolia Oil & Gas growth is very low. Historical growth has been average relative to the peer group, and forecasted growth is relatively very low. Asset growth and equity growth have lagged. These factors have negatively affected market perceptions of Magnolia Oil & Gas. The company's historical income statement growth has been higher than growth in the balance sheet. Revenue growth has exceeded asset growth. Earnings growth has exceeded equity growth, resulting in an improving return on equity. Profitability has been Magnolia Oil & Gas's biggest valuation strength. Return on equity, asset turnover, pre-tax return on assets, and pre-tax margin are all group leading. These factors have strengthened market perceptions of a Magnolia. And interestingly, the company has such a high excess level of cash, it will have to work hard to reinvest those funds at attractive returns to support the current levels of profitability and valuation. Magnolia's risk profile is neutral. Overall variability has been above average, with above average revenue variability, very low earnings variability, and above average stock price volatility. Financial strength is relatively very high, and earning expectations are very low. The debt-to-capital ratio has declined very significantly in recent years. Relative to the Magnolia Oil & Gas peer group, the company's wealth creation profile is average. The profile is based on measures of warranted value, appreciation potential, and total shareholder returns. The recent trend in Magnolia Oil & Gas's warranted market value is almost 25% a year. The company's appreciation score stands at 68, which is above average appreciation as a score, and Magnolia Oil & Gas's one-year total return is 116%. Total shareholder returns are expected to significantly outperform the overall equity market. Based on current investor expectations, Magnolia Oil & Gas shares should reach a level of $183 by 2027, a 36% a year total shareholder return. A 2027 stock price of $50 would reflect median performance, and a price of $59 would be required to reach upper quartile performance. Magnolia Oil & Gas is intriguing currently with a very high value trend rating of A. PTR's value trend rating is the overall measure of a stock's attractiveness relative to a universe of all companies traded on North American exchanges. Stocks with high value trend ratings are expected to outperform the general market, while stocks with low value trend ratings are expected to underperform. Note that in addition to being A-rated currently, Magnolia has been A-rated since late 2021. Well, that's a wrap for the Magnolia Oil and Gas Corp Valuation Scorecard. You can find additional company research on our website at pricetargetresearch.com and more videos on youtube.com/pricetarget.